Today, boys, we are bringing you another Shapeshifter player review. This time it's Adama Traore. I've been using him in a little bit of FUT Champs. Jack is here to ask me some questions. Jack, take it away, my friend.
Yes, Rob, we've got a very exciting player. He's on your return. Robbie's back on the channel.
Hello.
Lads, uploads have been lacking a little bit in terms of quality, but we've been very, very busy. Backpage HQ, a lot of behind-the-scenes changes. But, Rob, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this man today.
Yes.
He is the absolute Scarlet Speedster. He is the Flash. Robbie, is this card more than just pace, though? That's the question.
Not really. I didn't have a great time with him. Yeah, I expected to have a lot of fun, but
he's got a pretty decent card, to be fair.
He's got a very good card. You know, he's got a lot of stats over in the 90s, high 90s. But I don't know what it was about him. He just didn't really click with me in a way. I think it might be his body type.
Theory. I was about to say his body type. I used his, I want to say it was his fire one, I think. Or the ice, one of the two. I can't remember from the old promo.
Yeah.
And for me, he's one of those cards that he can have 2 million dribbling and he'll still feel a bit weird, a little bit weird.
Yeah, he's a wide boy, isn't he? In the kindest way of saying. Like he's short. Wait, I say short. He's my height. He's 5'10". You know, he's not the tallest. Yeah, he's not the tallest. But he's an absolute chungus. He's got muscles on he. If he's on the BMI scale, he's probably obese. But you know, we don't look at the BMI because it doesn't take into account muscle, does it? A bit of science for you there, lads.
There you go.
But yeah, he just feels a bit stiff in a way, and sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I suppose if you feel his arms, he's a bit stiff. Maybe if you feel a bit lower, depending on how you treat him, he might be as well. Who knows? I suppose. I mean,
he does like to get oiled up, so
he does. He always got the baby oil strapped up on it. You know, he's ready and waiting, bro.
Do you think he lubes everything on it, or do you think it's just his arms?
Just the arms. I mean,
apparently,
if you're taking what sport Bibles say, it's just the arms. But I mean, maybe he does more. Yeah,
mate. What happens at Barca's changing room happens in Barca's changing room.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of,
shame William Saliba's there not to film it, eh?
Yeah, indeed. Speaking of taking shots, shot power and his general shooting stats for that matter. Yeah, very good.
They are. Yes.
Despite the fact that he didn't, get along with his dribbling and his feel, let's say, was his shooting good? Did you score some glassos with him?
His shooting's all right. Yeah, it's probably one of the better things about him, but he lacked in, like, I went from using Dybala at striker to using this guy, and maybe that's why I didn't enjoy him so much. Dybala is head and shoulders above him.
He's up there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's insane.
Top 5 probably attackers really in the game.
I think maybe what it could be is the lack of shooting traits could maybe play into it. Or
it makes them feel a little bit generic. We always say, like,
it does.
Flair trait. I mean, for God's sake, stick me on FIFA, and I've probably got a flair trait. Everyone seems to have it. I think I agree with you there completely. Lack of traits makes players just feel somewhat, just a bit like
run of the mill.
Yeah, they're good, but George Best syndrome, big time, innit?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got the 5-star weak foot. I'd enjoy this card a lot more, Jack, if he had a 5-star skills. I think using an Adama Traore card, that FUT birthday one that I used last year, way better. It's just so much more fun, bro. And like, I don't know, everyone's got 5-star weak foot these days. Just give him a 5-star, 4-star or something.
It surprised me how many. I mean, I suppose it hasn't in a way because that makes the players a lot more desirable, but they've given out so many 4-star, 5-stars. They have so many in
particularly in Shapeshifters as well.
But not absolute mountains of 5-star, which for me, we've said it before, we'll say it again, 5-star is in FIFA 22. That's what makes a player truly meta. That's what makes him stand out from the crowd.
It is.
It makes the dribbling better in
game.
It does. I don't care what you say.
I think he needs it as well. He needs that 5-star touch to make him that little bit better. I tried him on the wing as well. I thought he might, be suited to more of a winger, but I do think you need the 5-star skills on the wing more.
I agree with that. I think I'd really miss it. If I didn't use, at the minute, my front three is Mbappe, Felipe Anderson, and Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Like, there is no way to me that there's not many players that are getting ahead of those three.
No, absolutely not.
I think when you've got cards like this, and he is expensive as well. Granted, he's only come out today, but still. You're looking for something to convince you to change your attack around, aren't you?
You are, yeah. Especially when you're spending like 600k. It's a lot of money.
It is a lot, especially when you look at the value. You know, like Corona's 240k. I mean, you can get it for free if you go to a concert, but you got Silas 120k, Sharawe 320.
Yeah.
It makes this card look really pricey. I assume he'll come down, but I don't think he'll go as cheap as them, to be honest with you.
I think Adama's always one of those players that has the hype around him.
Yeah. He always does. I mean, he's number one on pop.
Yeah,
right now,
which it surprises me that Silas is so cheap, really, with the Danny Aaron's hype and whatnot. But
yeah,
I suppose Adama's got the hype and he's got the links to go with it as well, as opposed to Silas.
He's got nothing, has he? Bless him.
No, there's been a lot of juiced Barca cards recently, Anti, which might help.
Yeah, big time. Big time rush. Rob, so, I mean, I know me and you both personally prefer the 5-star on the wing.
Yeah.
If you are playing him as a winger, though, and you don't need, not a ball roll scoop merchant like you and me.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd be probably maybe a bit more effective as a winger because you can just stick him out the wing and forget about him in a way? What's his pace like?
Yeah, his pace is really good. I think on the wing he'd be fantastic. If you don't need the skills, if you aren't a skills merchant like us two.
Yeah.
He's fast. He's strong. He has got the cheese. He's definitely cheesy. Which I suppose you come to expect, don't you? 99 strength, 99 pace. It's a recipe for success in that department. And like I said, it was just a bit hit and miss. Like sometimes he was absolutely brilliant. Sometimes it just wasn't. Which I think at this stage of the game, you want your players to be good all the time.
They need to be consistent. I think when the players are that good now that if you get an inconsistent play, you're just like, oh, piss off. There's a queue of players waiting to take his place.
Exactly. Like I was just. I was sort of like not enjoying it so much, and then I'd just whip out some nice dribbling and a good goal. I was like, just make your mind up.
Just do that all the time or something.
Yeah.
Rob,
I think it's the body type, I think, for me.
In terms of rating, I'm going to guess like a 8.9.
I went for an 8 in the end.
Oh.
I think with the calibre of player that we're seeing at the minute, comparing him to the likes of like Dybala, like I've said, and players like that, he's nowhere near the top level for me. It is the body type.
To me, he's like a B tier attacker.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you've got your S tier, which is super sexy. Then you've got A tier, and then you've got B tier. So I think he's kind of right in there. To be honest with you.
Give him a 5-star skill, and we'll be talking a lot more. I think it'd make his dribbling feel better. You'd have the advantage of using the 5-star skills, and it'd just be a lot more fun, really. It's a tough one. I think value 600k is a lot for not a brilliant striker.
It's loads, in fact. I'm going to say that. It is bloody loads.
I've given him a 4.
I'd back it.
Yeah.
We've said just a bit ago how cheap some of these other players are that are going to be better than him. So, maybe if you're looking at for a striker, I might say have a look at Tecatito. Did a review on him just the other day. He's absolutely quality. Yeah. He's also dropped in price a fair bit since we reviewed.
He's like exactly the same price as Ben Yedder, and I think Ben Yedder would be a lot better.
Yeah, Ben Yedder's got the bullshit, man. Yeah. He properly does have the bullshit.
Yeah. And he's not exactly hard to link, is he? So
he's not. You're correct, Rob.
In terms of chem style, I used a marksman on him for a bit, and I also tried, and I don't judge me, I used an engine. I know it was his pace when he doesn't need it, but we've always said that engine makes the biggest difference. Yeah. So I've tried it out, it didn't really make much of a difference.
I say he gets his balance, but he's on 96 already. He's one of those cards, I can't remember who else it was that we used at some point this year that had very good dribbling stats like this, but I think I said, or someone, that you wish you could have put engine on him.
Yeah.
Like, you wish you could get the proper boost from engine, because that's what would have made the card really good.
Yeah, tinfoil hat if you think the stats go over 99, but I don't know. In terms of links, a department that he's not lacking in, I've got the Shapeshifter Adama, who I'd be interested to try, because I've always liked him on FIFA. Yeah, Adama.
Yeah, he's had a bit of bullshit about him. I remember I got him red a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Might have been last.
I can't
remember it was last year.
He had a player of the month, didn't he? Was it like FIFA 20, FIFA 19, FIFA 20?
Yeah, the 89.
That was a fantastic card.
But I can't remember. I got him red one year. While he was an Arsenal player, and he was an absolute bad man off the bench for me.
Yeah, I'd be interested to give him a go. I've also gone for FUT Fantasy Dembele. I'm seeing a lot of people wanting to try recently. I think he's dropped a little bit. He's like 2.5 mil now, which is a lot, but for a 5-star
compared to what it was,
striker,
it's a lot more realistic.
He looks fantastic. I've not actually had the pleasure of using him yet, but I might get him in. I can afford him. And also another player that I think I'm destined to try. Jack, he fits in my team perfectly. It's that shapeshifter Sergio Ramos. He looks fantastic.
Yes.
Maybe one of the best centre mids on the game. You could even play him striker. You could play him centre back. That man can play wherever the hell he wants, couldn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you want to see a Ramos review, boys, let us know. I mean, I've got Messi, I've got Mbappe, I've got Marquinhos. Messi. He'll slot straight in. He will slot straight in.
Sure he would. Yeah.
I mean, I'd let him.
There you go, lads. That has been today's review. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to check out yesterday's upload. We did a Stop the Cap episode with Plute93. Lots of fun. Bit of a different bit of content for you lads, but if you've enjoyed this one, make sure to drop a sub down below. Leave a like on the video. Until next time, I've been Joe.
I've been Robbie.
We'll be back page again. We'll see you in the next one.
See you later.